Yes. Okay. Can you see me? Yes. Wonderful. Very good. Very good indeed. So 10 o'clock, and I suppose we should start our webinar, the first webinar in a whole series of webinars organized for the participants of the International Open Doors Olympiad. And first of all, I would like to welcome all of you to the webinar. It's nice to meet you all. And it's my particular pleasure to welcome our guest speakers, representatives of two leading universities in Russia. First of all, the Far East Federal University of Russia, Gleb Vlasov, Director of the Center for International Outreach, Promotion, Tourism and Protocol, and Tatiana Kaspirovich, a representative of Tyumen State University. Tatiana is the manager of the Center for the Attraction of International Students in their university. And I myself, last but not least, my name is Elena Bayarska, and I represent the project office of the Open Doors International Olympiad, and I would like to also welcome participants of members of the project office. So very briefly, the program outline for today, or the agenda of our today's meeting. So I will start with a very brief introduction. In my presentation, I will tell you a few words about the International Open Doors Olympiad, and I will cover the stages of the Olympiad. And I understand that you may have some questions during the presentation, and you can ask those questions. You can forward these questions to members of the project office, and please do it via the chat option on the website. So if everybody can hear me, I suppose I can now start my presentation. I will try and share the screen with you. Hopefully you can hear and see my presentation. So I'll start from the very, very beginning. In my presentation, I will tell you about the International Open Doors Olympiad, intellectual competition, organized by the Association of Global Universities. And here is the outline, the general outline of my presentation. I will start with a few words about the International Open Doors Olympiad, International Olympiads. Then I will pass over to the tracks of the Olympiad, because this year we have had some changes in the number of tracks. Consequently, I will pass over to the subject areas of the Olympiad and comment on what we understand by tracks and by subject areas and by fields of studies, because of course the International Olympiad has its own terminology. Then I will go into depth, and I will focus more on the structure of the portfolio, the Olympiad portfolio, that all participants have to submit before they start competing. Entrance test, I will explain the necessity for the introduction of the entrance test. And then I will go over to commenting on the stages of the Olympiad, the first stage and second stage for a couple of tracks, and then the third stage for the postgraduate track. And last but not least, I will familiarize you with important dates to remember if you are planning, since you are here, to take part in this wonderful international competition. So why the Open Doors International Olympiad? So first of all, I would like to start with some facts from the history of the Olympic Doors International Olympiad. So the Olympiad has been held annually since 2017, and it's organized by the Association of Global Universities organizers of the Olympiad, and these are leading Russian universities, really ranking high on the list of Russian universities. And during all those years, since the Olympiad was organized for the first time in 2017, virtually hundreds, thousands of students participated in the Olympiad, and thousands international students, as you can see, have used the opportunity to study in one of the leading Russian universities during these years. So in my opinion, this is a very telling statistics showing the success of the Open Doors International Olympiad. So participation in the Olympiad is free for everybody. I suppose you have already familiarized yourself with the rules of participation, and you notice that there's no participation fee. So if you want to participate in the Olympiad, you don't need to pay anything. So participation is free, which is, of course, good. And then all the stages of the Olympiad are organized remotely. The Olympiad has its own IT platform, or you can call it IT system, electronic system, where you can, first of all, get all the relevant information concerning your participation, concerning the stages, and of course, learn about the results. And I would like to recommend you to study the structure of this platform so that you can easily find all the information that you may need during preparation, the preparatory stage, and then ultimately during your participation in the stages of the Olympiad. So remote format of the stages and remote format in general makes it easier for participants representing different countries of the globe to take part in this intellectual competition. And of course, selecting universities and selecting a suitable degree program is done through or via a one-stop shop system, which simplifies the whole procedure and saves your time and effort. So what do winners of the International Open Doors Olympiad get? First of all, free tuition for the chosen degree program taught by a Russian university. So all programs are taught either in English or in Russian. And I would like to say that actually the Olympiad has two working languages, which are English and Russian. So if any participant is not fluent enough and has to improve his or her proficiency of the Russian language, then winners have the right to have 1 full year of complementary Russian language training, which is provided by the chosen university. Again, winners have the opportunity to choose a university and a degree program through a very streamlined one-stop shop system, which is, of course, very comfortable. And Russian universities offer absolutely vibrant student life experience, and you can enjoy a life on campus and familiarize yourself with the Russian culture, Russian traditions, and of course, tell your peers about your country and your traditions. Tracks of the Olympiad. So this year, we have 4 tracks, 4 main tracks, and this is some innovation which has been introduced since last year. We have 4 tracks: the bachelor track, master's track, PhD track, or you can call it doctoral track or postgraduate track. So terminology varies from country to country, but ultimately speaking, this is a doctoral track for doctoral students. And another innovation, the introduction of postdoctoral tracks. Those people, those participants who would like to work on their postdoctoral dissertation, postdoctoral research project. There's only one formal requirement for participants, and this is a certificate of education, previous level, so to say, of education, which is obtained no later than the summer of 2025. And in this slide, you can see the formal requirements when it comes to the level of education for each track. For the bachelor's track, it's a GCSE certificate, General Certificate of Secondary Education. For the master's track, it's a degree of higher education. As you may have read in the rules of participation, it is at least that of a bachelor. For the doctoral track, postgraduate doctoral track, also a degree of higher education, depending on your country, at least that of a master or a specialist, because some countries have this 5-year specialist degree, but number of years varies, of course, from country to country. And for postdoc, for the postdoctoral track, it's a doctoral certificate testifying to the fact that the candidate has been or has an awarded doctoral degree or an equivalent to this certificate. For instance, here in Russia, we have candidate or doctor of science, and some countries have similar degrees. Then subject areas of the Open Doors Olympiad. So subject areas, the number of subject areas is 14. And you can see all those subject areas here in this slide. And business and management, biology and biotechnology, engineering and technology, clinical medicine, public health, computer science, data science, languages, linguistics, earth and environmental sciences, education, psychology, political sciences, international relations, applied mathematics, artificial intelligence, urbanism, civil engineering, physical and technical sciences, chemistry, material science, economics, econometrics. And you can see, judging by the list of subject areas, how varied the palette, the choice of subject areas is. Actually, within each subject area, we have fields of studies, different fields of studies, and subject area unites, so to say. It's an umbrella term for several fields of studies united on the basis of the same theoretical foundation. And that's why we introduced this term subject areas, that you can find in the rules of participation. And actually, you can find a more detailed explanation of the terminology used in the rules of participation. So any participant or every participant can select several subject areas, but hopefully you can see the note that if you become a winner, then you have to choose only one subject area. So you cannot be enjoy the benefits of winning the Olympiad in several subject areas. Stages of the Olympiad. Stages of the Olympiad, you may call them rounds. They vary in number and content, depending again on the track. And we have 4 tracks, just to repeat. There are 2 stages or 2 rounds in the bachelor's and master's track. The first stage is a portfolio competition, and the second stage is an online test, or we sometimes refer to this test as a problem-solving challenge. But ultimately speaking, it's a test. Postgraduate tracks or doctoral tracks, there are 3 stages in this track. The first stage is the same, it's a portfolio competition. The second stage is also the same, very similar to the bachelor's and master's tracks. It's an online test. And the third stage is an interview with a potential research supervisor or potential research supervisors and or doctoral track managers, depending on, of course, the university. Then postdoctoral track, there are 3 stages in the postdoctoral track. The first stage is the same, it's a portfolio competition. The second stage is a video presentation of the scientific results of the participants, research results. And then consequently, the selection of candidates for the interviews with leaders of research projects. And the third stage, again, is an interview with leaders of research projects which are or will be implemented in the leading Russian universities of the choice of the participant. So this is very briefly about the stages. Then I will go into detail and give you a few more facts concerning each stage of the competition. So stage number 1, or round number 1, the first round, portfolio and entrance test. The structure of the portfolio you can see in this slide, and also you can read about the structure of the portfolio in the rules of participation in the Olympiad. But the structure includes your letter of motivation separately for each subject area, certificates of education, and last but not least, your achievements, and the principle that we try to follow, the more, the better. The more achievements you include into your portfolio, the higher the chance of getting a higher score for your portfolio. Then, of course, at this stage, we have the so-called entrance test. Entrance test has been introduced in order to confirm your ability to solve Olympiad level problems during the latter stage of the Olympiad. The structure of the test comprises 45 problems, and you are given 1 hour, 60 minutes to solve this test. Please note that participants can have 3 attempts to pass the entrance test. In this slide, you can also see some important deadlines. Portfolio submission deadline, November the 20th. And the results of the first stage will be published again on the IT platform of the opendoors Olympiad on the 2nd of December 2028. And again, I would like to refer you to the rules of participation. Please read, you will find more information, more detailed information there. Second stage of the Olympiad is Olympiad problem solving challenge. It is organized in a proctored format, and I'm sure you all know what this format means. That means that you have to you take an online test, and you have to register and add on some supplementary data, for instance, your passport data for the identification, because before the test, all participants have to go through the identification procedure and identify yourself for members of the jury, and it's also done to ensure the independent solution of all the problems included in the test. The second stage tests are organized in a strict accordance to the schedule, which you can find also on the Olympiad IT portal, Olympiad platform, organized on the dates specified in the Olympiad schedule. And you will have to also, as I said, register yourself and also choose a time slot. And time slots will be offered also on the IT platform. For each subject area, there's only one date on which participants can take this test. There is also an opportunity to reserve a date, but please note that it should be done only, it's possible only with some prior notice. Important dates to remember when it comes to the second stage. December 5th, 7th, these are the main dates of testing of the second stage. And then January the 17th, announcements of the results for bachelor's or master's track and participants of the third stage. And the schedule of the Olympiad, as you can see, you can find on the website. Third stage of the Olympiad. This is a very important stage for those who have already progressed to the third stage, interviews with potential research supervisor or supervisors. The aim of the interview is to assess the participants' ability to study and, more importantly, to do research in the chosen field that corresponds to the research interests of the potential research supervisor. Participants can have up to 3 interviews with potential research supervisors and up to 3 interviews with postgraduate track managers. The duration of each interview is half an hour, is 30 minutes, and the list of research supervisors will be available on the IT platform of the Olympiad in November. Registration for the interviews and the schedule of the interviews will be available in your personal accounts on the IT platform of the Olympiad. And again, dates to remember. You can see the dates of the registration for the second stage, which is January 2025, excuse me, and January 29th, the day of the interview, 2025, and February 2025 announcement of the winners. So this was all that I wanted to tell you about the Olympiad, and I would like you all to seize this wonderful opportunity and take part in the Olympiad, and good luck with your tests. And that's all that I wanted to say. So if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to forward these questions to the chat, where representatives of the project office can promptly answer those questions, or I can answer these questions if I can, not to interrupt further presentations. So as I see, there are no questions so far. Okay. And then it's my pleasure and privilege to give the floor to our guest speakers, representatives of the organizing universities. And the first speaker on our list is Gleb Vlasov, representing Far East Federal University. Gleb, the floor is yours. Thank you.
Okay, good day, colleagues. Good day, dear participants. Thanks a lot, Elena, for your interesting and very important information about Olympiad for this year. Now, just give me a few minutes. I demonstrate my screen to...
Yeah, sure. You can use this function, share screen. Share screen button. Yeah. Yes. Now it's okay.
Yeah, thanks a lot again. So, dear participant, I'm glad to welcome you all in our webinar. Today, I have the honor to present our opportunities that Open Doors Olympiad provides for those who are considering studying at Far Eastern Federal University. During this presentation, I will tell you in detail on our university and introduce you to the master's and postgraduate programs available to winner or prize winner of the Olympiad. I'll say to Elena about something I repeat about who can take part in the Olympiad. Foreign citizen or stateless person, including compatriots living abroad who have confirmed the existence of education of the previous level, or it's a competition in the year of the Olympiad. The winner of the Olympiad have the opportunity to receive free education in English or Russian in bachelor, master's, and postgraduate programs. For example, if you can't speak in Russian and you choose a program in Russian, the winners have opportunity to study in a Russian language courses for 1 year, and during this year you will be study free, like in the future you will be studying this period the whole, like in a master's or bachelor year, we have a free education. How many stages do you need to go through the open doors? The master tracks including 2 stages. The first stage in the portfolio competition or online or entrance and testing. The second stage provides for the completion of Olympiad tasks. The postgraduate program or PhD track includes 3 stages. The first stage is a portfolio competition or online testing or entrance testing. The second stage provides for the completion of Olympiad tasks. The third stage is an interview with a potential supervisor. Potential supervisor is supervisor from our university. All stages are held online. Registration for the Olympiad is already open from September 5. Just if you see the next stage, I will be reintroduce our university. Far Eastern Federal University is one of the largest universities in the Russian Far East, an academic outpost of the country in Asia-Pacific region. Far Eastern Federal University, more than 200,000 students at the FEFU. The university offers more than 300 educational programs. It's a bachelor's, master's, and postgraduate. Moreover, our university pays special attention to the development of international relations and attracting foreign students. We currently have more than 3,500 international students from the 89 countries. We are also interested in the future expanding the numbers of the partners and the geography of our educational service. Far Eastern Federal University represents an office in 4 countries. It's China, Vietnam, India, and Japan. In this slide, you can see the position of Far Eastern Federal University in the main world rankings. The main one is the top 500 of the RAR rankings of the world university in the medical science, participant of the Priority 2030 program, 25 places in the ranking of the best university in Russia, RAX 100. Student life, it's very interesting and a very important part for the international student. A comfortable and a convenient life will help you achieve academic success. We have 9 academic buildings, 20 plus student dormitories, 19 food outlets, 6 comprehensive supermarkets, and of course we have free buses. Why we have free buses? Because we have a big area near the sea. The Far Eastern Federal University campus is located near the sea and is one of the best campuses in the world. I think so, it's a real one. The campus is equipped with the modern academic buildings and innovative teaching equipment. You can try a variety of dishes offered by cafes, canteens, and fast food restaurants on campus. You can also take advantage of the spacious reservation areas, parks, and green spaces where you can exercise, walk, and take breaks between activities. Participate in exciting activities and move towards a successful future. For example, we can talk about like a little bit of various activities. It's a culture festivals, scientific conference, creative competition, and sporting events are open to all students. Far Eastern Federal University, it's a platform for numerous international events and forums. Participants in various activities and volunteer projects will help you develop communication, organization, and like leadership skills and prepare you for your future career. For example, if you can talk a little bit international activities in a platform of Far Eastern Federal University, we can have a Eastern Economic Forums, International Day of Student Solidarity, APAC Visiting Conference on Education. Our hostels provide modern and comfortable living conditions. Rooms are fully furnished and equipped with the necessary equipment. Living condition in campus you can see like in this slide. Modern accommodation, what do you mean a modern accommodation? It's our hostels provide modern and comfortable living conditions. Rooms are fully furnished and equipment with the necessary equipment. If we talk about like which kind of program we can provide for our participant or prize winner on Olympic, we can take a track like a biology and biotechnology, business and management, engineering and technology. It's a clinical medicine and a public health, computer and data science, politics and international studies, linguistics and modern language, applied mathematics and artificial intelligence, earth and environment science, education and physiology, physical science and technology, chemistry and material science, economics and econometrics, urbanism and civil engineering. For example, I can stay here for a little bit for master programs here. You can take a QR code and come into our website and choose and look which kind of program you much more better, because inside our website you can open like information and read by yourself which kind of program for you it's much more interesting. If you're talking about postgraduate programs, so we have the same like different tracks. It's a clinical medicine and public health. It's politics and international studies, biology and biotechnology, education and physiology. I can stay in this slide because more information about admission to the Far Eastern Federal University postgraduate programs, you can take on the screen and maybe take a link and come into our website again, like a master's degree program, and choose your program, which kind you're interested in more. If you see Vladivostok, where is the meet, like we can ask that Vladivostok city, it's a port city in the Russian Far East and the capital of Primorsky Krai. Only 2 hours of flight will separate Vladivostok from the Asia, like South Korea, People's Republic of China or Japan. Vladivostok is not only a port city, but also it's a portal city that transport tourists to the dimension it needs. For residents of the western part of Russia, this is a gateway to Asia. For residents of Asia, it's a nearest European city, just a 5-hour drive from the Russian-Chinese border. The second slide you can see a participant feedback. It's like Abubakar Mubarak Sadiq from Nigeria, who can study now he was being now Open Doors prize winner in a master track. It's or maybe you can say Alam Dilwer from Bangladesh participated in the Open Door Scholarship and studied in our university. In the next year, he will be graduated our university. It will be pleasure to our that such kind of smart and intelligent person from the whole part of world can be choose our university and take our university to in the future, or maybe stay here for the scientific open to the new area. Just in the last one slide, I want to show you contact information it's an open door website, open doors VK, open doors Telegram, and email and address about our university and international office. You ask some question about admission or about our program, which kind we have in Far Eastern Federal University. So, dear listeners or dear participant, thank you for your attention. I'm so glad, and I wish you good luck in the Olympiad and hope to see you at the Far Eastern Federal University.
Thank you very much, Gleb, for your most interesting and highly informative presentation. And I'm sure all our participants taking part in this webinar got a very clear idea of what Vladivostok is like, the location of the city, and a wide range of opportunities that the city and the Primorsky Krai offer, ranging from your university, which ranks really high on several rankings. And of course, you are absolutely right. You must be proud of the campus of the university that unfortunately I myself have not been able to see yet, but maybe I will have this opportunity to visit your university and get acquainted with my colleagues and see how vibrant and your student life is. So thank you very much. And I can see that there are so many questions already asked in the chat of the universe of our webinar, and I can also see that representatives of the project office managed to answer most of them. And if not, you can ask these questions by raising your hand, and we can do it orally as well. Do you have any questions to Gleb before I show you where you can find more answers to your questions? Are there any questions to the speaker? No, not so far. So thank you very much, Gleb, for your presentation of your university and the programs that you offer to participants of the International Open Doors Olympiad. Thank you very much. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you too.
Thank you. And it's my pleasure to give the floor to our next invited speaker. And this time it's a representative of Tyumen State University, Tatiana Kaspirovich, representing the Center for the Attraction of International Students, attraction and integration of international students of their university. Tatiana, please, the floor is yours.
Thank you. It's my pleasure to be here today. So I'm trying to open my presentation. Can you please tell me, is it visible for you?
Yes, yes.
Okay, I guess now we may start.
Yeah, please use full screen. Yeah, now it's full screen. Thank you.
The University of Tyumen is a Russian public institution that was founded in 1930. It is one of the most rapidly developing Russian universities that successfully combines an innovative approach to education with respect for the traditions that have been established over 90 years. Our university is located in the city of Tyumen. It was founded in 1586 and was the first Russian city in Siberia. Tyumen is known both in our country and abroad as the oil and gas capital of Russia. As you can see, Tyumen is located like almost in the heart of the Russian Federation, and it takes about 2.5 hours to fly from Moscow to Tyumen and vice versa. Our city is the cultural, business, educational, and administrative center of the Tyumen region. The city provides ample leisure and recreation opportunities. For example, we are proud of the biggest drama theater in Russia, or the only in Russia 4-level embankment. You can see it on the screen. So the mission of our university is to prepare people ready to create new activities, to reorganize social environment, and to grow successful business. More than 20,000 students study at the university, including more than 2,000 international students from almost 60 countries. The structure of the university includes 14 modern educational buildings, library center, a lot of laboratories, 2 branches, and a developed sports infrastructure. For example, we have 15 sports halls and gyms, winter sports center, and modern sports center with a huge pool. UTMN offers accommodation in comfortable dormitories located in the historical city center. The students live in apartments equipped with Wi-Fi and all necessary domestic appliances. There are also lounge rooms and computer classes for studying, kitchens, laundry rooms. So the cost of living varies from 2,000 to 3,000 rubles per month. So finally, let's go to our main goal today to tell you about our educational programs. I will start with those which are taught in English, and these are 2 our most popular programs among international students: the program Biology and International Relations. The program Biology is presented at the Institute of Environmental and Agricultural Biology, or just IXBio. Students at this institution address the global problems in the fields of environmental and food safety, climate change. IXBio Institute is home to research groups dedicated to chemistry, crop production, soil biology, microbiology, and other fields. We also offer PhD programs which are connected with this field, which are connected with the field of biology. You can see them on the screen, but also one more advantage of studying here is the opportunity to combine studying with work in one of the scientific laboratories of the institute under the guidance of world-class scientists. Another program which I told you about was International Relations, the major analytic and consultant in international relations. This program is aimed at training experts who will work in the field of international relations, of course. But unlike most other programs, the curriculum is designed to provide students with practical knowledge and skills that can be applied to solve modern global problems immediately after graduation. But not only English taught programs are presented at our university. Of course, we have plenty of programs which are taught in Russian. And for those students who do not speak Russian, we welcome to take a Russian language preparatory course with an academic track of their choice, for example, economics, humanities, engineering, or natural sciences. Students will master spoken language and, of course, learn about the Russian culture, and will be ready to start the academic path on the main educational program. We have 3 main programs which are conducted, which start in October, December, or in February. They are the program differs in the time, but you may read more on our website if you scan the QR code. So speaking about the Russian taught programs, for example, programs under the track Business and Management, Linguistic, you may see them on the slide, Mathematics and Artificial Intelligence, Physical Sciences, Chemistry, Earth Sciences, and for example, Economics, and Education. So as for PhD programs, we also have plenty of them in the field of mathematics, information and computer science, physical science, chemical science, earth and environmental sciences, information technology, law, art, history and cultural studies, psychology, historical sciences, philosophy, philology, and pedagogy. So speaking about the cost of living in the city and in the university, all the prices are approximate. Of course, it depends on the lifestyle, on the habits, but anyway, you may just have a look and think of your living while studying here. All the pictures which you can see on the slide are made in the buildings of our university. All the students are real, so it is our institutions. So let's speak about our support services, which are recognized as one of the best in Russia. Our buddy system is a team of volunteers who help foreigners to socialize and adapt to the cultural environment of the university and the city, of course. Association of International Students helps incoming students to integrate in the university life, engage in campus activities, and solve social issues of foreigners. The Immigration and Visa Support Office provides visa services to students. And of course, our HEART, our International Students Recruitment and Integration Center, provides comprehensive assistance from the moment of filling an application till graduation. And you're always welcome to come to us and ask any questions regarding everything. So why should you choose the University of Tyumen? Eco-friendly location and secure city. Our university campus is located in the city center, in the heart of the city. We have world-class scientific research laboratories. We provide loyalty program. We have a multicultural student community and strong international student support. It is also important to mention our regional centers, for example, Arabic Center, Center for Latin America and the Caribbean countries, or African centers. Our managers speak Russian, English, French, Arabic, Spanish, so don't be afraid of facing any difficulties in your communication, because we will do our best to help you anyway. You may read more on our website and address all your questions to our email or WhatsApp. We will be happy to answer them. So that's all that I wanted to say. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Tatiana, for your informative presentation. I really enjoyed following it, and I hope that our participants got a clear idea of what the university can offer, the variety of programs that you offer, fields of your specialization, the strengths of your university, and also the geographical location of your university. And I would like to actually give a helpful tip, to share my helpful tips with participants of the Olympiad. Russia is a vast country, having many universities, and many of those universities are organizing of the International Open Doors Olympiad. So it really makes sense to see where the university is located, to read online both about the place, the geographical location of the university, and also visit the websites of the universities where you would like to study. Of course, provided that you have won the Olympiad. Before I pass over to some more observations, because I've been following the chat, I would like to ask you, do you have any questions to Tatiana? Maybe you would like to get some specific information about studying in Tyumen State University. No, no questions so far. Tatiana, thank you very much once again for your presentation. I would like to just comment on the questions that I saw. I have seen, and now I continue following the conversation between representatives of the project office, Grigory, Yazef, and participants of the seminar. And I would like to say that some of them, not all, but most of them could be clarified by familiarizing yourself with the rules of participation. Not all of them, I'm just repeating myself, but many of those. And if I can share my screen and show you how this document looks, just a sec, rules of participation. I hope you can see it now. See, so you have a very detailed description of what it is like, and you can find this information on the website of the Open Doors Olympics. So rules of participation actually provide you with all sorts of helpful tips, ranging from general information, you can see here, about the participation in the Olympiad, what it covers, and the tracks, and so on. And then it goes on to the stages. And I saw one question asking for clarification of the terminology asked in used in the documents, or the terminology of the Olympiad. So I already explained the difference between subject area and fields of studies and tracks. We have 4 tracks and we have 14 subject areas, and within subject areas there are minor programs, more detailed degree programs. When it comes to the question about winners, or you may call it prize winners, but we use runners-up, international terminology is runners-up, and the difference between winning and being a runner-up is also explained in the text of the rules of participation. And then when you go further, you can see all the information with all the dates for the registration, where you can register for participation in the Olympiad, how it can be done, even explaining, if you can see my screen, even explaining which button to click the participate button. So it's a very detailed step-by-step description of what should be done during the registration stage. And then if you go further, and of course all the dates are here, they are given in bold. Participation deadlines for registration before you start taking your test, they're all here, you can see them. Participation in the first stage, you could see them, these dates in my presentation, and also here, number of attempts, announcement of the results, how the portfolio is assessed, how the tests are assessed, how it's done. And then you can see all the detailed information pertaining to virtually every step of the Olympiad. So actually it's like a guideline providing you with all the minor details of how to proceed, how to register, how to go to stage 1, how to participate in the first stage, when the announcement of the results is, and so on. Winner and prize winner and best achievement, can all of them receive a scholarship. So actually, it's Grigory forwarded me this question, and I can find this information and show you in again in the refer to the rules of participation, announcement of the results. Wait a sec. I will show you where to find this information. So winners of the Olympiad in tracks. Wait a sec. So winners of the Olympiads of the Olympiad is announced. Winners of the Olympiads are announced separately for each track. And wait a second. Here it is. It's I refer to point 64. Winners of the rules of participation. So winners and runners-up of the bachelor's and master's track are determined based on the ranked list of integrated scores. So what it means in practice, it means that all scores for each stage are summed up and a ranking list is formed. And the winner is the one who scored most points, and the ones who have the highest ranking. They are considered to be winners, and runners-up, for instance, in the bachelor's and master's program. So the list of winners of the doctoral track is done separately, also on the basis of the ranked list, which is, in fact, as you can see in point, I refer to point 66, point 67, and point 68 of the rules of participation in the Olympiad. And you can find all this information on the Olympiad website. And you also have the description of the follow-up steps, point 69, how to exercise the right to admission within the quota provided by the government of the Russian Federation and the Ministry of Science and Education, Higher Education of the Russian Federation. Actually, you have all the necessary information in this document that I'm referring this to. And then please note point 70 para, as it is often referred to in official documents, para 72. If a participant is simultaneously a winner or a runner-up or a prize winner, runner-up, in several tracks and in several subject areas, then again, and I specified it in my presentation, he or she has to choose only one. So that's what I wanted to say about the terminology. And I would like just to ask if you have any further questions to members of the project office that are not covered, that have not been covered in my presentation or in the presentation of the invited speakers, invited universities, and those questions that have not been answered by members of the project office online. I would like to ask members of the project office, would you like to say something in the conclusion, if there are no further questions from the participants? Okay, then I would like to give the chance to ask other questions which have not been covered in the meeting chat orally, if you were not able to ask them in writing. Because I know I can see that there are a lot of participants, more than 120, 130 participants following the meeting, following the presentations of the universities. No, okay. So I would like probably to conclude, to draw a conclusion about today's meeting. As I said, it was the first webinar organized for participants of the International Open Doors International Olympiad. There will be many similar seminars, and we would like to, of course, take into account the questions which were asked today. So it was very important for us to see your feedback, to see what interests you, what kind of information you would like to get, and maybe we will try and cover these points in our further presentation. So thank you very much for this extremely helpful and useful feedback for us. And I hope you received all the information that you wanted to receive. But of course, there may be other questions. I'm sure more questions may arise. Then do not hesitate to ask those questions, to forward those questions to the organizing committee of the Olympiad, to the project office of the Olympiad, and please check the website of the Olympiad. There you can find all the relevant info on virtually every stage. It's like a step-by-step guidebook to your participation in the Open Doors International Olympiad, starting with registration, leading you through the registration procedure, registering, having your own personal account, which is a very useful tool and instrument, a source of useful information that will guide you through all the rounds of the Olympiad. Please use it, use this opportunity, and familiarize yourself with all the info, different types of information of different character on the website. I also noticed that questions about the programs for preparation and the demo tests that you can use to prepare yourself for the problem solving challenge of the second round. So they will be also available, if not already available, on the website, on the website of the Olympiad. Please find this section of the website, and you will find a detailed program with reading list, the description of the content for the preparation for the test, subject by subject, area by area, very detailed description of the program for the preparation for the test. And also each program is actually, it's a syllabi using international terminology. It's a syllabi, it's a description of the content of the discipline that you're going to specialize in. So it includes the description of the content, topics, subtopics, and subtopics. As I said, very detailed description. Plus, there in this document, you will find reading lists in two languages. So there are reading lists in Russian for those who whose working language of the Olympiad will be Russian, and also reading lists and useful references in English. And on top of it, in this type of documents, in the programs, you will find online resources with the links. Most of them, the overwhelming majority of them are free and very convenient, very easy to use. And again, these online resources are submitted in, are provided in two languages, and the two working languages of the Olympiad, in Russian and in English. And this is what concerns the structure and the content of the program for the preparation. And another type of document that you may find on the Olympiad website is, of course, a demo test. Demo tests have been prepared by participating universities, the universities that will be offering the real test during the second round of the Olympiad. And just a couple of words commenting on what you can find in this in this demo test. Please pay attention to the terminology used in this test. Tasks in the test or problems in the test are ranked, are categorized in 3 types. There are entry level, which are the easiest, of course, the easiest problems, intermediate level problems, and advanced level problems. And of course, each problem, the solution of each problem is scored. And you can, it's only logical, you can imagine that there is a certain scheme of grading. So entry levels problems are awarded the lowest number of points, intermediate levels higher, and of course the advanced level problems, which really require a very complete, detailed answer, they are awarded the most number of points. And also my recommendation, please pay attention to the notes, because very often universities, when preparing the demo test for your information, specified one requirement that will actually bring you more points. You have to give a very full and detailed answer, and also many universities ask for explaining your reasoning. So just providing the answer and that's it is not sufficient enough to get the higher to be awarded the maximum number of points for this advanced problem. So you will also have to explain your reasoning. But I would strongly recommend you to make a more active use of all the materials uploaded to the to the global Open Doors International Olympiad. You can find a lot of useful information there. And if you still do not find anything that the information that you may need, if you want to ask for some additional clarification, please do not hesitate to contact us. And we hope that your journey along all the stages, from one stage to another of the Olympiad, will be very smooth and successful. And I would like to wish all of you good luck and hope to see you in Russia. Thank you very much indeed. Thank you.